And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. Working on the base here. As you can see, we've started clearing the forest back here. A lot of trees going down. We have a lot of little low areas to fill in. Essentially, it's going to be a giant flat area back here. We'll worry about landscaping later. But anyway, we went to the nether and we got ourselves a ghast in my imprisonment tool. I had to sacrifice the blaze that I had in there to put a ghast in because we only have 2 of these, and we needed ghast to actually make more of these. So we're going to put the ghast in. Now he won't spawn in here because this room is too small. That is why. Boink. And just like that, the room is bigger. How about that? It's like magic. Okay, I'm going to turn this on and then close that. And then turn that on. And turn this on. And kickstart.
Make a muffler?
I kind of want to hear him scream for a little bit. Oh, yeah. The crate, I let the Enderman run in here for a little bit. And yeah, we got some Ender Pearls. We got some Blaze Rods. Now let's add some gas tiers. Oh, yes. Now they're going to start screaming. And just like that. It just sounds horrible. There we go. I mean, we don't
They're
need...
one of the worst ones. Sound anyway.
Oh man, it's just awful. That's something new too. They used to not make that sound. It used to just be like a hissing sound, like it's. But apparently,
I remember them always screaming when you hit them.
not that bad though. I mean,
Yeah, I suppose. It has gotten a little worse.
so I'm gonna turn that off because that just sounds horrible. I know YouTube is gonna be like, "What is that video?"
Hopefully they have it in their catalog.
Well, they do, but they probably don't have all those sounds listed. So the mob imprisonment tool, we now can make more of these. Yay, they don't stack, but now we can have more of these. So I need your mission is go get me a ghast.
You just had a ghast.
I just said that I had to sacrifice the ghast in order to get, or the ghast. Blaze. Need a blaze.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And here's another one. Where'd you go? Come here. Get over here. Here's another one. If you happen upon a wither skeleton, I'll take one of those too.
Okie dokie.
Doing. We got 1 or 2 more. Because the gas tiers, if we look, they're used for end crystals and other things and stuff. So, Ring of Regeneration, I don't really ever use that. They're used in brewing. They make regeneration potions and things. They're used a little bit. You can even put them in coffee, and you can get some regeneration coffee. That's kind of impressive. I want some of that coffee.
Yeah.
But going forward, let's now take this, turn this off. So yeah, this little mob farm here works really, really well for all of the things that we need. So that got us so many ender pearls so quickly. I am largely impressed with it. So many ender pearls. And I'm going to grab a few stacks of blaze. Yeah, a lot of ender pearls. They don't stack very high in a crate, but they basically stack to infinity in here. So it's pretty great stuff.
And beyond?
Infinity. There. Now we've got some ender pearls, and we can do some stuff with the ender pearls as soon as the torches are done. Okay. So, one of the things we want is a chunk loader because reasons. And for that, we're going to need an enchanting table. and we're going to need finally the chunk loader. This thing is going to be very important to keep the area loaded if we leave or if we're out building somewhere. This will keep everything loaded. And I just kind of want to put this in an arbitrary place. And we're going to increase the radius a little bit. I don't really need to look at it. I know 3 by 3. The radius is 3, so it's actually, I don't know. It's square. It's 25 chunks. Well, that means it's literally 5 by 5, not 3 by 3, because 5 times 5 is 25. So that's what that tells me. 25 chunks is a 5 by 5 area, which is a pretty big area around here. So it'll keep this whole area loaded, even if we leave. And it's a pretty straightforward recipe. And if you've got the ingredients and you're doing a lot of traveling, I highly recommend that. The other thing we're going to want in order to kind of work our way into being able to excavate a lot of stuff really fast is we're going to want some pretty advanced materials. Now, there are 2 things that you can do to mine large quantities of things. One is the Tinker's Hammer. Okay, so you can do, we have the Cobalt Pickaxe. Well, the hammer is a bit more expensive. Lots and lots of materials. But it mines in a 3 by 3 area. Same as all Tinker tools. You know, you can put modifiers on them. You can put Silk Touch on it. You can put looting on it. But it mines in a 3 by 3. There's also the excavator. And the excavator is the same thing that a hammer does, only for dirt. Okay, same thing for dirt. So what I want to do is I'd like to craft an excavator. And if we want, we can craft a hammer too, but it's just a lot of materials. So a hammer is the hammer head, 2 plates, and a tough tool rod. So that's a lot of material. And the excavator, which is right here, is the excavator head, a plate, a tough tool rod, and a binding. So you can see the components right down here and the components for this. Well, if we look at the material costs for all these, excavator head is 8, hammer head is 8, plate is 8, the tough tool rod is 3, the large binding is 3. So if we look again at the hammerhead, that's 8. Each of those plates is 8. That's 24 ingots right there. And then another 3, that's 27 ingots. That takes this hammer. That is the equivalent of 3 blocks of material to create this. So you want, because you're using a lot of material, you want it to be the best it can be with the materials you have at the time. So one of the things I do, because the hammer is so good and it mines so much material, I like to maximize the durability on it. And to do that, we're going to use a very, very tough substance. And if we go in here and we look at materials, grab this book back out again. And if we go in here to tool materials, there is this fluxed electrum stuff here. And this is really good for durability. So if we look at the head here for durability, 1100. It has cobalt mining, pretty good mining speed. So one of the things I like to do, if we go back to tool materials and we go to cobalt, cobalt has really good stuff as well, but not nearly as high as the fluxed electrum. So, I think, this thing has a momentum, and the momentum is a fun one to play with because literally the more you mine, the faster it mines, which is kind of cool. Now for the tool rod and stuff, I can just kind of go with, ooh, we can go pink slime. That might be...
It's very durable.
That might be a great handle. Oh, I think we're going to do that. So, we have a need for lots of pink slime. Well, guess what we have? We have a pink slime bucket and more mob imprisonment tools. It's almost like I planned this. Almost.
Almost.
So, we want to not kill the slime that spawns. We want to capture it. So, we just got to kind of wait. Don't get out of the slime. I don't know, like, it's just a random sort of like, hey, just leave this sit and a pink slime will spawn. And then we got to go over to our slime or our spawner over there and spawn many, many of them. So, is it gonna spawn? Okay. You watch that, and if one spawns, let me know.
I need the tool.
You need the tool. There's the
Both
tool.
of mine are full.
Okay. So, we need some stuff before we can build that. We need a...
Got it.
Really?
Yep.
Right when I turn my back. Can
Yep.
you give it to me? The other two can go in the system. Pink slime time! Now, sometimes these get a little crazy when they spawn, so we gotta watch out. Because slimes, they love to get around. So we're gonna put that in there. Let's leave this tall because the big slimes, well, they are at least 3 tall. So we're going to turn that on. We're going to turn this on just in case, and then this one on. Now this should spawn an unbelievable amount of slimes very, very quickly. Let's just keep an eye on. Sometimes, oh, there's one. Ah! Ah!
A big one flew right at my face.
Okay, let's turn that switch off. Ah! Ah! So much slime. Okay, it's off. It should be off. I think it's off. Yes, it's off. Oh, that's not on. There we go. Okay, that was a few pink slimes. That was just a few pink slimes in the crate. Ah. There's a few left in there. Let me turn off that rear fan. And then the side fan can get turned off. So many. The pinkness is real in here. All right. We are now the proud owners of a metric ton of pink slime. So I'm going to grab a stack of that. That was kind of fun. Okay. Yeah. So we can put that in there. I'm going to put the ghast in there. So we got a lot of these. I'll eventually have a chest with all of these in there, but for now, that's pretty good. Oh, you got a wither skeleton and a blaze. Nice.
I said they were both full.
Yeah, now we need a blizz. That's going to be the tough one because those things, sometimes those things can be elusive. All right, one of the things we're going to need to go forward to get that fluxed electrum is we're going to need a magma crucible. We actually need a couple of these, so might as well build a couple of these. Oh, I hope we have enough Invar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nether brick. Yeah, we do have enough nether brick. Nice. Oh, we don't have frames. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have enough glass? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we do. Nice. I want 2 of these. So those are the magma crucibles. Now I need the fluid transposer. Right here, fluid transposer, and we already made the frames, and we're gonna need a couple more Invar gears, and I think, oh, we're gonna need another bucket. We go through a lot of buckets. I don't ever remember going through this many buckets. Okay. So we need quite a lot of space for this. Now that we have the pink slime, I think we can get rid of this pen. We don't really need this pen here anymore. It was oh, my axe broke.
There's another one. It should be in the system.
I can get the rest of that later. I need flux duct. So these things do, you know, they can pull a lot of power. And let's see, I want a magma crucible. Let's put the flux duct here. So I want a fluid transposer here, magma crucible on top. I want another one of these, another fluid transposer, and another magma crucible on top. So they're all getting power from this one line, which is, it's, you know, pushing my luck a little bit. But we're gonna convert, we're gonna shift click the middle, get them all reset, get them all on the same board, and then this one, this is the magma crucible. I want this one to empty out into the bottom. This one needs to pull from the top. And this is all gonna be manual for a little while. And then when we finally get our setup going, we'll be able to automate all of this. But by then, you guys, you know, everybody out there not familiar with these machines should have, you know, you should have seen me use these enough to sort of get comfortable with how this works. So this one, again, we want to output on the bottom, input on the top. So blue is input. It's pretty standard. Orange is output. Anytime you have like multiple inputs or multiple outputs, sort of like the pulverizer, you can separate these out. So if we look at this here, there's the top, there's the bottom, there's both. So yeah, the mod authors on this mod are just phenomenal. So we have 2 fluid transposers and fluid magma crucibles. Magma crucibles are essentially, think of them as just smelters, only they can take some pretty gnarly things like redstone. So we can take redstone and we can throw a whole stack of redstone in there. Now it's going to slowly grind that down, and it's going to start putting destabilized redstone. This is the same sort of process. We would get this same result if we put it into the smeltery. Okay, so we want to get that started. We also want get some ender pearls started. Now these only stack to 16, so that is unfortunate. So one thing I can do is I can pull from the top, auto input. Same here, pull from the top, auto input. So now I can put something up on top there and it will work just fine. And I'm not going to do a regular chest because it would combine. If you put a chest up there on both of those, it would combine into a double chest, and we don't want that. So we're going to use the iron chest mod to keep them separated, and we're going to use 2 iron chests, just like so. And let's see if I can get up here. There and there. You have to shift click when you do that, which is why I jumped and shift clicked like that. Okay, so now we can put some redstone in here and some ender pearls in here, and they should pull. This is where a lot of redstone goes. So we want to. Normally, I make sure I put an even amount because it's, you know, basically good to have 10 per, 10 each. So you can see the count here going up because it's pulling that now, which is really nice. So we're going to take some ender pearls, and we're really going to max out ender pearls because these only stack to 16. So yeah. And again, you can upgrade all of these, but they're already taking 50 RF per tick each. Now, if we upgraded them, I think that goes to 100 and then 200. I can't be 100% sure on that. Let's look at the conversion kits yet again. I know I keep doing the same things over and over again, but again, I'm trying to sort of teach how these mods work. So we want a couple silver gears, and let's get some of these. Oh, what do these need? Hardened. We need obsidian. I want 8 obsidian to go into my pulverizer, please. And lead, we're actually really short on lead right now. Like shockingly short. So I pulled in 8 obsidian. I'll use 8 lead ingots. So that's the reinforced upgrade kit. And I might be able to do, now that I've got a magma crucible, these two, this little setup right here will open up whole new worlds of tech that we can now use to our advantage. So we're going to pull these away. And the induction smelter, you're going to get both of those, and you're going to make me some more glass, please. So here, let's grab, there we go, here and here. Okay. So now we have those. We can do the reinforced conversion kit. A couple of those. So again, one here, one here. So they were 50, now they're 100. So that was weird. I thought they would. I thought they would go up to more than that. But so now we're pulling 200 RF per tick right down here, and they're moderately faster. We could put augments in these and really make it pull the power. We could pull pretty much all of the juice that we're making over here. Now these leadstone flux ducts, these have a limit of 1,000 RF per tick, and that's basically all we've been running this whole base on up till now, but that's not nearly enough power once we start upgrading all of these, because it's going to take a lot. So we're going to do some buckets, and I want a lot of buckets. So let's try, I'm going to grab 2 stacks. I want 1. So right now we have 4 stacks or 4 buckets worth of destabilized redstone. And if you look at the fluxed electrum, this is what I was doing in between episodes. I was looking at all of the different recipes for fluxed electrum. So the ingots you can cast from molten fluxed electrum, which is an alloy with basically 2 ingots of electrum and 500 millibuckets of destabilized redstone. Good conversion. Very good conversion. However, you can use the fluxed electrum blend. You can use 2 electrum blend with a destabilized redstone and get the same result. This is essentially the exact same as that alloying recipe, as is this recipe. The gold, silver, and destabilized, that's exactly the same recipe. So no loss there. But if we look at other ways of getting this recipe is not what we want. This is one dust to make into one flux electrum, but it uses 500. So this is, doing it this way is going to use twice as much redstone as doing it this way. Because remember, it was this system here makes 2. Actually, now that I look at this, this is 1,000 millibuckets. This is a half a bucket. So that's actually identical in recipe. I thought that was a loss. I know there was one in here that was not the best. Because remember, we're going to use this for our hammer and maybe our excavator. And that is it's going to take a lot of these ingots. So I want to make sure we're getting the most bang for our buck here. And by the look of it, it seems to me that this is probably a really good option because, yeah, it's literally the best. It's the same recipe as this. So I actually have some electrum. I actually crafted some. There it is, right down here. Electrum blend, 64. We're gonna need 16 for the hammer. We're gonna need at least 8 for the excavator. So we need all of that to be that fluxed electrum. And I should be able to use this. Yes, I can melt this into an ingot in the smeltery. And so, because that's a plate, and that's a plate. The tool rod, I don't think I will make the tool rod out of electrum. I'll need to look at what I need. I think I'm gonna make the tool rod out of the pink slime. I think that was the gist of that. Because if we look at pink slime, tool materials, pink slime. Yeah, look at the handle modifier, 2.5 plus a durability 2000. Yeah, doing the handle out of pink slime is going to be glorious. This hammer is going to have so much. It's going to have so much durability. We won't need to repair it for a very long time. So this redstone, as it's smelting down, look at that. We've already got 10 buckets. So I'm going to take all of these. That's going to use basically 12 buckets worth of redstone, which we almost have. So put this in here. That will start making the fluxed electrum. Now this, we're going to need this for something called Enderium. Enderium is a very high level element or high level thing that you can make. And this is used in all of the resonant level items in thermal. So if we look at the upgrade kit, the resonant upgrade kit, the resonant conversion kit, well, that is all using Enderium. And it also uses Lumium, and we'll get into that in a later episode. But anyway, that will do it for this one. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.